Have you ever read a horoscope or taken a personality test and thought, wow, that's so me, even though thousands of other people read the same thing?
Yeah, definitely. I always feel like those quizzes know me better than my friends.
That reaction is exactly what psychologists call the Forer effect, also known as the Barnum Effect, our tendency to accept vague, general statements as personally accurate.
So you're saying those, "You're intuitive but sometimes doubt yourself" lines aren't written just for me?
Not even close. In 1948, psychologist Bertram Forer ran an experiment. He gave his students what he said were personalized personality profiles based on their test results. Each student thought it was unique.
Let me guess. It wasn't.
Exactly. Everyone received the same paragraph. Statements like, "You have a great deal of unused potential. You value being liked by others, yet you tend to be critical of yourself." When asked to rate accuracy, the average score was 4.3 out of 5.
That's insane. So people basically saw their reflection in a mirror made of fog.
Perfect metaphor. The statements were broad enough to apply to almost anyone, but written warmly enough to feel intimate.
So our brains fill in the blanks to make it fit.
Exactly. Psychologists call it subjective validation. We interpret ambiguous information in a way that confirms our expectations or desires.
That explains why people cling to astrology or those "which animal are you?" personality quizzes.
Yes, the mind loves feeling seen, and the Forer effect plays on that desire beautifully. It offers recognition without risk.
What do you mean, without risk?
When someone gives us feedback, it can hurt. But when the feedback is vague and positive, it's safe. You get the pleasure of introspection without the pain of critique.
So the Barnum Effect basically flatters us into trust.
Exactly. P.T. Barnum, the showman the effect was nicknamed after, used to say, "There's a little something for everyone." That's the trick. Say something broad enough and everyone will feel included.
So it's not just horoscopes. Marketing, self-help books, even motivational speeches use it.
Constantly. You're stronger than you think. You sometimes feel misunderstood. You want to be happy, but fear change. Those lines work on everyone.
That's kind of genius. And manipulative.
It's both. The Forer effect sits at the crossroads of comfort and control. People use it to connect, but also to sell, persuade, and influence.
That's why those AI personality apps feel so eerily accurate. They just repackage universal emotions.
Exactly. We mistake relatability for revelation.
So why does it work so well, even when we know it's general?
Because it flatters our uniqueness. We want to believe our emotions are rare, even though they're universal. The effect whispers, "You're special, but understandable."
That's deep. It gives us connection without complexity.
Exactly. It satisfies two opposite needs, the need to belong and the need to be unique.
That might be the most human paradox ever.
It is, and the Forer effect exploits it perfectly.
So this is why fortune tellers, palm readers, and even life coaches sound so convincing.
Yes, they start with general truths, like you've had to overcome challenges, then mirror back your reactions to appear precise.
So they're reading me, not my future.
Exactly. It's cold reading disguised as insight.
That's wild. So the magic isn't in their words, it's in my need to believe.
Perfectly said. The Forer effect is self-powered. It works because we make it work.
But is that always bad? I mean, sometimes people find comfort in horoscopes or affirmations.
Not necessarily bad, just risky. Comfort isn't the problem. Dependency is. When we stop questioning and start outsourcing self-understanding, we lose critical thinking.
So the danger isn't believing, it's believing too easily.
Exactly. Healthy skepticism keeps meaning authentic.
That's good advice for the internet era. Half of social media is vague wisdom wrapped in soft fonts.
True. And the engagement metrics prove how much people crave that validation.
So what can we do to avoid the trap?
Start by asking, could this statement apply to almost anyone? If the answer is yes, it's probably not personal insight, it's universal packaging.
That's such a good test. Like when I read, "You're sometimes quiet, but you open up when comfortable." Yeah, that's 99% of humans.
Exactly. The more you learn psychology, the harder it is to be fooled by flattery.
That's a good kind of cynicism.
I'd call it curiosity, because the real question isn't, why do I fall for this? It's, what need does this fulfill?
Recognition, validation, maybe even hope.
Exactly. The 4 effect thrives where self-reflection is missing. The less we know ourselves, the more we crave outside definitions.
So the cure is self-awareness.
Yes, when you truly understand your own strengths, fears, and contradictions, vague praise stops feeling profound. It starts feeling shallow.
That's powerful. It's like truth immunizes you against flattery.
Exactly. And ironically, once you stop needing others to define you, genuine feedback becomes easier to accept.
Because you're not desperate for validation anymore.
Right, you're anchored instead of drifting.
So what's the takeaway?
That self-understanding is the antidote to illusion. The 4 effect isn't a flaw. It's a mirror reminding us how badly we want to be seen.
And maybe that's not something to judge, but to understand.
Exactly. Because at its core, the 4 effect isn't about deception. It's about longing.
That's beautiful.
It's human. And the more we understand it, the less we need strangers or algorithms to tell us who we are.
So the next time someone tells me you're special but misunderstood, I'll smile and think, so is everyone else.
Exactly. Awareness doesn't kill the magic. It just hands you the wand.
That's the perfect closing line.
Almost.
Almost?
We still have to invite them back.
Right.
If you enjoyed this exploration, subscribe to The Curiosity Vault, where we uncover the hidden forces shaping your thoughts and behavior. Until next time, stay curious.